I was wrong. There is scarier than Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, and it's called the Midnight Bus Route. Now, don't get me wrong, it comes with perks like sleep deprivation, existential dread, and soul-crushing loneliness. But the views are absolutely priceless. I mean, just look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? So peaceful, so still. It's a nice life if you can get it. And by got it, I mean currently living it. For the past 4 years, I've been a bus driver. Well, technically, I drive a van. Doesn't roll off the tongue as nicely, does it? This route runs one loop after everyone else has gone home. When the streets are quiet, the neon signs have dimmed, and the only company you'll find is trouble with benefits. And trust me, nobody wants to talk about their day over the sound of an engine when they are already late for work. But some people will talk to me. They climb aboard without a word of greeting, but their silence screams stories I don't want to hear. Like the woman who rode the midnight bus last week. I won't soon forget her pale face, or how her clothes clung to her as though soaked through. Her hair was dripping water onto the floor. Outside, the skies were dry, the windows clear. She didn't say anything. Not a nod, not a word. She boarded the bus, climbed the stairs, and sat in the very back seat, silent, motionless. I gripped the wheel tighter, my knuckles white against the worn rubber. Something in my chest whispered, that seat should have stayed empty. The miles ticked by. My eyes flicked to the rearview mirror. The seat was empty. I blinked, leaned closer. Empty still. My pulse pounded in my ears. Slowly, I turned my head toward the back of the bus. And there she was, sitting in the same seat, perfectly still. I whipped my head back to the mirror. The seat was empty again. If the mirror was telling the truth, then what was sitting behind me? Was she a figment of my exhaustion, a trick of the headlights, or something worse? I stole another glance at the back seat, willing my heart to calm. She remained perfectly still, yet her dripping hair told a different tale. The silence pressed in like a weight, heavier than the engine's hum. My skin prickled. She wasn't riding with me. She was waiting. At last, I couldn't take it anymore. This is your host. You may know me from my other videos. I'm known for terrifying tales designed to keep you up at night, like the time Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees teamed up to hunt me through the woods, or how I outsmarted a pack of werewolves at a Metallica concert. And yeah, I've survived those, but this story almost ended differently. I slammed the brakes, pulled the bus over by an old cemetery. Crooked headstones clawed at the glow of the headlights, looking like jagged teeth ready to bite. I twisted in my seat, desperate to see her, but the back row was empty. No pale figure, no dripping water, just silence. Relief washed through me, but it was short-lived. I noticed the back door hanging open. A sliver of moonlight spilled out, revealing muddy footprints that trailed down the aisle. I staggered closer. This can't be happening, I thought. It has to be. I don't want to believe it. That's when I saw it. The window pane. A thin sheet of fog clung to the glass, obscuring the world outside. My breath caught as words began to carve themselves across the mist. Slowly, painfully slow. You shouldn't be driving this road tonight. I stared, transfixed as the message grew clearer. My mind reeled. Who was writing it? How? Why? Then I realized the answer. It was Ent wind that had pushed the glass open, nor a tricksy branch that had made the marks. My breath formed small puffs of condensation on the window, but only on the inside. My hand trembled as I reached out, tracing the chilling message. Fresh and wet, the letters dripped with condensation. No one was there. No hand held the glass. And yet the warning had been written. No, I whispered, scrambling back to the driver's seat. Please God, let me out of here. But the engine wouldn't turn over. Dead. Of course it's dead, I cried, slamming my fist against the dashboard. My heart hammered in my chest, pounding a frantic tattoo against my ribs. I heard it again, a steady drip of water, right behind me. I whirled around. The back seat was empty. She wasn't gone. She was moving. My trembling hand rose to the mirror, and my blood froze. The woman was no longer at the back. Her pale, dripping face loomed directly behind me. Her lips parted as though about to whisper. I dared not turn, but I felt it, her cold breath brushing my neck. She was so close, yet the seat was empty. She wasn't real, I told myself, gripping the steering wheel. She was a figment of my imagination, just a trick of the light. Then her voice slithered into my ear, low, broken, inhuman. You shouldn't be here. The wheel jerked left, sending the bus veering toward the cemetery gates. I gritted my teeth, pulling with every ounce of strength. The tires screamed against the wet asphalt. The gates loomed closer, closer. At the last moment, the bus scraped past. I gasped, drenched in sweat, and in that breathless silence, I understood. She wasn't there to ride. She wasn't even there for me. She was there to warn me or claim me, and I, Marcus, would never know which. As I sit here in the darkness, the only sound is the relentless hum of the engine. I keep glancing over my shoulder, half expecting to see her there, sitting silently in the empty seat. But she isn't there. Maybe she's gone. Maybe I'm safe. Or maybe she's waiting for me to let my guard down, to look away just for a moment, so she can strike. The wheel suddenly feels heavy in my hands, the road stretching endlessly before me, and I can't help but wonder, am I being watched?